everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 13 of Direwolf 20s. Dun 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 dun. What is this? What series am I doing? Create Above and Beyond, of course. Of course. Very excited for today because we've got some cool stuff planned. What I'm gonna do is something like this. Cool. I'm getting prepared. Yeah, and then one of you going into there like that. That looks cool beans. All right. I'm getting prepared to do some cool stuff. Let's see, do I have you guys? I think I do. Chain drives? Yeah, that sounds good. Beautiful. That's what's up. All right, cool. And then above here, I'm going to want a spout. So last episode, I started working on polished rose quartz, and we've got that down to a pretty good science at this point. It's actually working pretty well. Now, the next thing I need to get going is to turn this polished rose quartz into electron tubes by dripping a little bit of molten iron onto it. Okay? So our plan is as thus. You ready? We're going to make something like this, right? So a seared melter and a seared heater, okay, setup. So we're going to want some of that. Seared melter and seared heater. So that's going to be you and you. So that shouldn't be too big of a problem to make. And I want to start the process here with a little bit of manual handing an iron type deal, and then we'll expand that to do better by it. Cool? Now I'm pretty sure I've got more of this stuff laying around here, but I might be lying. So let's see. Am I lying? Or you know what? I put it in this chest over here, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Sweet. Sweet. Alright, so seared melter is going to need a seared glass gauge, dude. How are we for glass? Just enough. Just enough. So seared heater and seared melter is going to need you. And then you. And that should be cool. And then I want a drain faucet. And I'll probably need a lever, but that'll be good. So all I really need is this, 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 and that. And maybe another hopper. I think I'm a little bit low on hoppers. I've used a lot of them. So let's make a few more. How about 3 more? Does that sound cool? Okay, let's get to work. Now, this is going to be a slightly temporary setup, and also a I hope this works setup. Because I'm actually not sure if this is going to work or not. But we're going to put our seared heater here, and then I'm going to put the melter on top of it. And then I'm going to put the faucet like so, and let's see if this works, right? So you're going to need a little bit of coal. Let me borrow some of the coal from over here for a minute. Okay. And then you're going to get a little bit of iron. Okay. And then 1 iron is 296, or no, 144 millibuckets, right? And we need 16 millibuckets. So that would be 64, 128. Yeah, 144. Okay, so that would be 9. So I think it's a nugget. I think it's 1 nugget's worth of iron that we need here. So let me see. But in theory, I should be able to do 9 of these. Now, can I pour this into here? I can. Nice. 144 millibuckets of iron. Now watch what happens when I put 9 of these in. Squirt. Cool, right? How great is that production line? I love Create. Can we just talk about how much I love Create? I love Create. And that should be perfect. So it's 1 nugget equals an electron tube, which is pretty perfect. It's pretty perfect. I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty pleased with that setup. That is not too shabby. That is not too shabby. Okay. And then we should be able to apply like a redstone signal-y type thing to this guy. Maybe something like this. It might be a little bit too close. We'll come up with a nifty way to do a redstone signal here on this guy. I think What if I did it like this? Would this count as a redstone signal? Last time I tried to do it above, it didn't work, right? I believe that to be accurate. But let's see if that is still true. I think I tried it above last time and it didn't work. So let's see if that's true. Right? If this works, it should pour directly in. Oh, good. It did work. Perfect. That's cool. All right. How are you guys doing? So I set up a little bit of an automation system over here where I put Certus quartz in, it automatically gets charged, and then it gets hoppered out. Good deal? Good deal? So that works out pretty well. And then we're going to have to get a little bit of automation with that going, but we'll figure that one out in a minute. We're going to need the pipes for that. And then I want 1, 2 in there for that. Cool? And then your 2 uncharged Certus. So remember, this loop doesn't actually use up Certus at all. Okay? This loop uses Certus, but we can double it so we can have like infinite production of Certus, if you will. And that should be pretty cool. And if my math is correct, I've now got 9 more polished rose quartz, which I can pop in the chest there, and that'll make 9 more electron tubes, which is awesome. All right, so reviewing the quests, we've now completed polished rose quartz. And now we're completing electron tubes. I have electron tubes, friend. Look, I have electron tubes. I'll pick them up just to make sure you're happy. And put away all my stuff for a minute, clear out my inventory. Electron tubes, are you good? No, you want me to do get melted before you're considered complete. Okay, well, we'll handle all that in a minute. But the real next step is precision mechanisms, which is going to need a screwdriver, easy enough to make. We take our kinetic mechanisms, which we made in Chapter 1, and we're going to upgrade them to precision mechanisms, which we now made in Chapter 2. So I assume, therefore, that this is going to then get upgraded in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. Into Chapter 3's inductive mechanism, which will have been... okay, cool. So these production lines should kind of be connected to each other, let's say. Would be the smart move. So I kind of built this over here, which was not super smart. But what I'll probably wind up doing... Let's plan this route. Let's plan this out. Let's wind up moving this contraption to over there. Does that sound smart? I like that plan. I think that's actually a really smart plan. We move this contraption to over there, right? And then this will be our ultimate production line. That's going to ultimately combine everything. Now, I haven't done a good job of planning this out because I always build things organically because I always just kind of put things together and see how they work. So we'll probably have to tweak this a little bit to make it better. But what we're going to want to do is potentially have some kind of production line here that'll make the tier 1 mechanisms. And then maybe we'll feed them in a belt, have a hopper thingy pull them off into a chest, like that, and then feed them into another belt that'll make tier 2s. Does that sound cool? So realistically, we're going to want this to be one big belting mechanism that will eventually add on to and expand out in that direction, eventually making tier 3 and then 4 and then 5 and all whatever tiers we have to make, right? So let's do a couple things. Let's start with, I need 3 more, because our goal here is to make these precision mechanisms, right? So I need 3 more deployers, right? So let's get 3 more hands, which is going to be 12 gold. And I'm going to come back after I craft all the stuff we need and put everything together. Cool? Cool. All right, so let's try this out. You ready? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up deployers 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this will be my production line. Okay? So the deployers will face downwards. So if I jump and shift click, it'll face downward, right? And that works for me. Okay? You're going to get the screwdriver. You're going to get the saw. Okay? And then you're going to start here with a chest. And you're going to go like this. Okay? Now you in a similar manner to this setup, I'm going to pull these out. But I only want a stack of these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it fill up a stack, and then once one stack is done, we'll let the other stack go. So for that to work, what I'm going to want is 2 downgrades for storage. Okay? And then we'll use drawers to pull this off. Okay, so where'd those drawers go? I thought I had drawers. Did I put my drawers away? I might have put my drawers somewhere. Maybe in this chest over here. That was my, like, interim working chest. Yep, there they are. So give me 2 drawers. You put all that stuff away. And you're going to go here with a downgrade. And you're going to go here with a downgrade. And then I want to lock you guys. And then I want to have a block on this for the time being. Okay? And then we're going to want... Well, I'm really bad at doing that, but you know what I want to do. We want to do this and rotate it with our wrench so that it faces that way. Faces that way. Cool. Okay. So now... let's get you and you set up. And let's make these belts. So this is going to be one big long belting line. Okay. And then eventually we'll expand it to be even further. Okay. So you're going to be here and you're going to be here. Nice. Now, can a belt be this long? Is there a limit to how far belts can go? I've literally never asked that question, and I probably should at some point. Cool. And then you guys need to be spinny. Okay. Yeah, no, you come with me. And you're with me. And you're with me. Cool. Yeah, that should work. Let's face it this direction. I want to make sure that these guys all connect to each other. Okay. And this will be one long conveyor belt line. I think that'll look pretty cool and work really well. Right? Okay. So then you get your screwdriver back. You get your... Oh, you guys are upside down. How'd that happen? Couldn't tell you. I might not have been shift-clicking when I did it. No, I should have been shift-clicking when I did it. There we go. And you get your saw back. Nice. Okay. And then you can do that. Pretty cool? Alright. Alright. And you're just going to have to get, you know, some semblance of spinny power from somewhere. We'll figure out where in a minute. For now, you know what I could do, probably? Well, would you be a problem if I inverted you? I'm thinking not. Yeah, let's throw a gearbox like that. You're inverted. Bummer. Oh, wrong thing. Gearbox? What if I made you a vertical gearbox? Getting late again. Really need a sleeping bag in this pack. Overstressed. Haha, no surprise. Alright, more water wheels. I think they're all at 320, right? Yeah, they are. Look at that. Beautiful. So that should be cool. Now you guys are ready to go, which means I can stick you there, you there. Let me get some slabs real quick. Don't ask me why I have 2 crafting stations. I don't know. So if I put this in here... Cool. That's what I wanted to see. All right, now if I put this here... Right? What's going to happen is... Before they proceed, they're going to fill up this drawer with 1 stack of kinetic mechanisms. Cool? I like that, right? Isn't that cool? All right, let me go get some more wood. All right, so let's recap, right? We're putting a bunch of slabs in here. They are turning into tier 1 mechanisms that are getting pulled into a drawer, which is only allowed to have 1 stack of items in it. Okay? Once that drawer fills up, these items will continue along the path to make tier 2 mechanisms. Okay? Now, if I wanted to, I could manually solve this, right? And do something like this. And now the same process will occur here. This one will fill up with a stack, and then remaining ones will backstuff the line. And we've got our first set of precision mechanisms. How cool is that? Now, because it took me all day to expand my water wheel, I'm going to sleep through the night, and then we're going to use these precision mechanisms to make something cool, hopefully. All right, so the first thing we're going to make with these... Bueller. Brass sheet. Brass ingot from Create. Is this different from Tinker's brass? Because if it is, that's going to be a nuisance. Copper and zinc make brass. Ah, so we're going to have to get proper brass. No more Tinker's brass, but proper brass. All right, that's going to be a thing that we're going to have to deal with. So you need to be a mixer. So for brass ingot, right, we're going to need some of these. We're going to need molten copper and molten zinc to be mixed, no heating required, into molten brass. Okay, we can make this work. Let's get a new mixer. And we're also going to need a lot more of these andesite alloys. We'll deal with that in a minute. I think I kicked off this production line to make me a bunch of clay, which is good news for me. You know what? Get me more, if you don't mind. All right, new mixer, please. You and you make a mixer. We have just enough andesite alloy to make this stuff. Yeah, I'm just trying to think about how this is gonna work now. Oh, and you need to be... Yeah, I forgot. You need to be that stupid thing. I wish this thing were cooler about stuff. All right, let me think about how we're going to melt zinc and copper and combine them, right, into brass ingots. Induction smelters, can we make those yet? I think that's in the chapter 3 age, so we can't do that just yet. We can't do it that way just yet. We're gonna have to do it the old, good old-fashioned way with mixing. Yeah. All right. So we're probably gonna want 2 melters, one for zinc, one for copper. Okay. Yes, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have 2 melters, one for zinc, one for copper. We're going to let them pipe into a basin, and that should be cool. All right, so you get me some glass, buddy, and I'll be right back once I've got all the components I need for this. So what if we did this? Seared heater seed, right? And then Will this work? I have no idea. Because technically these are taking up the same block space, aren't they? So this may not work. Yeah, these are technically the same block space. Well, that's annoying. Alright, so check this out. What if we do this? You ready? I'm going to throw a vertical gearbox here. Hopefully that doesn't stress out my system. Apparently it didn't, so that's good news. Cool. And that gets that mixing, which is good. The problem is that's not exactly the sidedness that I want. You know what I'll do? I'll do it. Okay, I got an idea of how I'll do it. All right, so let's do this. All right, here we go. I got this. We're going to do a vertical gearbox here, but orientated such that you do this. And then we're going to have a couple small cogs like so. Where did you just go? I clicked you and I have no idea where you went. Did you go here? No. I heard the click and I don't know where it clicked to. That's funny. Gotta be somewhere. And then we're gonna have a couple pumps. Are you too fast for this setup? You might be. You might be. Even though I just removed a bunch of stress from the system. But I think I've got you guys running at high speeds, don't I? And that's probably a bit of the problem. So how about instead of a high-speed connector? You could be a low-speed connector. You're doing nothing more than reversing the direction, right? So if I did this, then I could do this and this. Oh, you broke. Aha. Okay, cool. Now you're happy, right? Okay, cool. Perfect. Let me go repair this guy real quick. All right, now we're gonna have the seared melter and the seared heater. You're gonna go like this and this, and you're gonna go like this and this, okay? You're each gonna get some coal, so you can melt your zinc and copper. You're gonna get some zinc and copper. How about 8 of each to start? That sounds like a good number. Okay, so into here goes half a stack of coal each. You're both facing into this dude. Cool. You're gonna get your copper. You're gonna get your zinc. And then you should mix. Okay. And then we're going to want 8 of these. A piece of gold. One of you is going to make a cast. And the other 7 are going to make a casting table. Cool? Perfect. Alright, now you... molten copper, molten zinc. Did I do that wrong? It looks like it's right. Right? Molten copper, molten zinc should make molten brass. No heating required, molten copper, molten zinc. Should make molten brass with a mixer, which is powered. So, hey, psst, this is the part where you start working. Is there something wrong here? This actually super duper should be working, and I'm not entirely sure why it's not. Because there's no recipe filter on the thing. Right? And this should work? Yeah, that works. So this is sort of an automated way to do this. It's not super automated, but it's like getting there automated. I'm just not sure why it's not working. That's my real problem, because it really should. Right? Shouldn't that work? It appears this mechanical mixer is not rotating with enough speed. Oh, well, there's your problem. Okay. So this dude needs a little bit more speed. So what if I... This place is just a mess. Can we agree? Can we all agree to that point? I don't know if this is going to be enough, but we'll find out. If it's not, then we'll try something else. Nope. That's no faster, honestly. Alright. So what if we wanted you to be a little bit faster? We're gonna have to come up with a clever way to make you a little bit faster. Let me think for a sec. Alright, so underground I connected the mixer to the high-speed line again. And then what I'm gonna do is figure out a way to get you guys to spin properly now. But slower, because I don't want you to be on the high-speed line. Or I could just expand my water wheel. I'll just do this. What I'll do is I'll put cogs here, and then they'll connect like that. So these will be slow spinning, and this will be fast spinning, and then everybody's cool. Does that work? Alright, you ready? So now I'm gonna put... Are you empty? You are empty. Good. Cool. So I'm gonna put 3 in there. And I'm going to put 3 in there. And then they should come together to mix. Nice and quickly, as a matter of fact. So here comes the copper. And I guess copper melts a little bit faster than zinc. Let's make sure that you're rotated the right way. For some reason, you got spun around. There we go. That's what's up. Molten brass. Sweet. I like it. That is cool. Now, if I really wanted to automate this bad boy, we could probably do a smart fluid pipe guy here again, like we did before. We would just need to smart fluid pipe the molten brass. So let's first start off with more zinc, more copper, and I'll hopper you guys, actually. And then we can do, what was that smart? Smart fluid pipe was the copper machine. Okay. So I just need a few more things here. Let's get you and you. 2 stacks of this. Do that. I'm going to sleep through the night. I'm going to go get some more of... those tier 1, chapter 1 dudes, right? And to do this, we just have to put these guys over into here. And this should start running again. Cool. And this thing will start filling up. Nice, right? This is starting to come together. And I think it's really neat. I hope you guys are liking this, because I think it's super cool. All right. So now that this is here, we need 16 rubbers. Which is also running perfectly. Thank you very much. Okay. So you're going to turn into these guys, which will turn into this thing, which will saw into a smart fluid pipe. And then what I want is a bucket's worth of brass. So if I clicked with this, I should have brass. Okay. And then I can... You're going to go this way. I'd really like you to be facing this direction. Cool. With a bucket of brass on you. So you're allowed to extract brass now. And you're going to extract brass directly into this guy, who's going to have a hopper under him. And that hopper is going to go into a chest. Cool? How's that sound? So now I just got to get you to spin, right? Which should be doable in some way, shape, or form. I hope this isn't too stressful for this, but this might work as a way to go about it. You connect to here, and then you connect to here. Overstressed. Womp womp. I really need to get a little bit more stress handling over here, a little bit better, but meh. Meh. What if we just did this? That kind of works, right? A little bit dire wiry, but it works, I think. Right? Might be a little slow. But it should work in theory. It should work in theory. We just need to do that. Yeah? And now you should only be allowed to pull molten brass. Right? And look, there it goes. And now it's ingoting. Cool. It's a little bit slow. Yeah, it's a lot bit slow, isn't it? Holy cow, that's slow. And then I will put my bucket of molten brass back in here. And then what we should wind up with is a bunch of brass. And that should be cool. Yeah, he's a little bit slow. Because he's on, like, the super slow-mo line. I think at some point I should upgrade this to a windmill. And then we can speed some things up. And that, my friends, I'm pretty sure will be a decent-ish amount of brass. So that's pretty well automated, I would say, right? So you guys are going to do your melting. You're going to do your transferring. You're going to combine your zinc and brass, copper into brass, and then your brass will be filtered into the casting table. That's pretty automated. A little dire wiry. I won't even pretend it's not. But hey, look at that. Manual alloys. Nice. That's cool. And then we can use you guys to make brass casings, which we can use to make all kinds of stuff. Clockwork bearings. Nice. Nixie tubes. But most importantly, brass machines, which we can now... there's a few things we can do with these. We can make mechanical crafters. We can make trade stations. We can make item terminals from pretty pipes. That's cool. We can make the feral flare lantern? Nice. That's cool. I didn't even check to see if that was in here. The pipe pressurizer from pretty pipes. Nice. We can also use it to make most of the things we just talked about. We can also saw it into brass pipe modules, which can then be stone cut into retrieval and filter modules. Sweet. And extraction modules, which can be used for brass item pipes. Nice. All right. So we've just reached the brass age. Goal reached. Nice, nice, nice. So that would be chapter 2 complete for the most part. For the most part, we haven't actually. I didn't do this bit yet, but we will. You know, I could probably just check the boxes and say like, "Hey, look, we did the thing." But you know, let's wait. What I'm going to do is wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next episode. I'm going to get some... I'm probably going to prioritize getting the pipes so that I can more easily... So let's see. We should be able to make these guys. Sweet. Sweet. Lifesavers quest. Booyah. And hey, I got a brass pipe module for making that, which is cool. But I want more brass pipe modules, so I'm going to take you, and I'm going to request 4 brass pipe modules, and then I can stone cut them into whatever I want, right? Now, can I, once I stone cut them, can I stone cut them back? I don't think so. I don't think so. So if I wanted a extraction module, I can't convert it back. So we want to be careful with these, right? But I'm now going to use the brass item pipes to make the thing on the other side a lot more sophisticated. Maybe just a quick demonstration of what I mean by that. So what do I mean by a more sophisticated environment over here? I'm pretty sure I can do something like this now. You ready? Where's my biggest mess is you. You're definitely a big mess, right? Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. And let's just do boop, boop. Okay. And I can now insert into here a low extraction module, and I can even filter if I wanted to. Okay. But what that means, let's just take some of these things, is he should be grinding now. Yeah, see the skystone is in there? Sweet. So this is going to make life a heck of a lot easier for Dyer. This is a huge upgrade, right? Because belts and these things are cool, but as complicated as it was to do this little compactness with belts, it was a huge pain, right? So when this guy grinds his way up, he's going to suck it in, and look, the pretty pipes, right into there. Awesome. All right, wrapping up point. Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, because we're coming back next episode to redesign some of the things we've got to make life a little bit better. Cool? All right, for now, you know what to do. Take it easy.